Guys, this is a video on a sketchbook I did first year of college. In the UK it's sort of the year 2012 to 2013. I was 16 at the time, turned 17 during the year. So this was just after school, and sort of before this time we'd been doing lots of sort of techniques and stuff like that. So this was actually later on in the year, it wasn't at the start. And that's why I kind of feel like there's a lot more depth to it and a lot greater increase in quality since the last video. I don't know if you've seen that, but if you head over to the later videos, I do some of my earlier sketchbook videos, and sort of you'll see a progression here just because I'd had the techniques and stuff done, and it helped me so much. And that's why I really encourage anybody who's looking at getting better is to really invest the time in the boring techniques. They'll make your work a lot stronger later on. Anyway, so the project I was doing was figures in light. So I kind of wanted to go down sort of a rugby sport kind of way, but we had to do some artist referencing in the beginning. This one here I spent so long on. I was like, I'm going to make this first page look good. So I spent hours on this thing. Really enjoyed Crawford Addison. Really loved his stuff. This one especially. And I tried to mix it up in the sketchbook by using Costa cups and things I got to paint on. And then we had a little open thing here, which I'll try and move over so you can see. But yeah, so we had this as well. I used the black and the silver just because it gave like a really cool effect. I really liked it. But that meant that I had to cut out each individual one to obviously make it. So it took ages. Oh yeah, this is just bits of canvas that I cut up and stuck on. Full-size canvas work. This one is probably the most, I wouldn't say abstract, but kind of last minute, let's make something up kind of thing. And it worked out quite well actually. Quite like it. Did some of these. I did some of his work where he actually sort of doubled lines. So he doubled lines here. And then I used it in my own work. So I've obviously some of my own pictures. And then kind of working with stuff like that. This here, I'll show you. Okay, then I started going on to Jenny Saville. This was because my teacher wanted me to do it. I didn't enjoy this at all. I think she's a bit of a sicko, but anyway. Let me just give you some sort of idea. This picture here that she took was taken at A&E, so accidents and emergencies. She stood there with a camera taking pictures of people being admitted and then painted them. And I thought, that is just disgusting. Some more of her stuff. Wasn't very happy with her at all. But anyway, so then went on to do some photos. I had to get a friend of mine to do these for me. That was interesting. Obviously with the figures in light, trying to incorporate light into it. To try and get the muscles and things like that. Because as I said, I wanted to move more and more away sort of from the traditional stuff and sort of go a bit more into the rugby and the sport. So I was playing rugby at the time for my college, so I was at the sports pitch taking pictures of them during a game. Actually I think a guy got knocked out in this game for some reason in the scrum. Anyway, and then some self pictures just to kind of get some more imagery. Just trying to get some different poses, different looks to things. And then what I did is I chose the best ones and stuck them here. And then I started working them. So this one here is, I liked it because it's a little bit abstract. You can't really tell what it is. Obviously it's a back, but just kind of working on that and the different types of drawing. Okay, so then we got some ink and bleach here. I did some more sort of stuff on the images, sort of black and white graphite. Then I did some lino printing, or mono printing I should say here. This is on thicker paper, so you get more of a grainy effect. And then on a thinner paper, which means you can, this is a cartridge I think, which means you can kind of get your finer details. So I did that. This is actually with a straw, so you lay down your ink and then you blow, and you get these kind of crazy things going on, just to add a bit of difference. A lot of the times what they're looking for in your sketchbooks is something different, so if you do a different technique or try something new, they like that, and it's just kind of a progression and development. You don't always have to use it, but just to include it. So that's a pencil. This is on newspaper, painting acrylic on newspaper. This is similar technique to the one before. I'm just using a different ink, and then working into it with some more inks, and then this is applying paper and painting, and this is applying masking tape and painting. So I actually just photocopied the original image, just sized it down. I think it's a 5. And then this here, so using those lino, the monoprints, I don't know why I keep saying lino, monoprints, and then painting over those. This is obviously with watered down acrylic, and that's just painted on acrylic. Watercolors, didn't like that at all. This is chalk pastels, worked into, and this is watered down acrylic as well, but sort of a little bit more loose. So yeah, and just working on some backgrounds here. So we got some brown paper, newspaper, cardboard, black paper, sugar paper. This is actually a scan of a palette, once it had been used, and I did 2 scans. I did one in black and white, one in color. Did it this way, so kind of got the full image but in the different ranges, and then did this one here, which is obviously woven together. Just trying different things for backgrounds. This is a transfer print, so what you do is you paint your surface with emulsion paint. Although I found out it actually works with acrylic, so you can do it with that. I did emulsion, and then use the black and white because it's the toner from the black and white that works with that. And you put them together, let them dry, and this is the problem because you only find out if it works after they dried. But then once they dry, you peel them apart, and sometimes it ends up like this, where you've got your image transferred, obviously in reverse, but just it gives a cool effect. I was just trying different things out. This painted on, and then added a layer with baking paper or tracing paper, and then drew on top of that. These here, I actually quite like the colours in these ones. What I used was a, I'm trying to think, the thing you use to apply glue. I'm trying to think of the name. But anyway, it's a little white thing that you spread glue with. But I used that as my paintbrush for this one here. And then drew on with a paintbrush the black outline, just to kind of give sort of the smoother lines, but then I really like the way this all mixed together. This here is done actually rubbing paper with the paint on it to kind of give a really sort of grungy kind of effect. And this is what I did, is I photocopied this, blew it up, and then painted this guy in the same style as my artist. And that's a really good tip, is that if you are doing work for the college or work for your school, is to mix your artist with your images. That is a really good way to show development. It's a really good way to show your skill in order of using your own work in somebody else's style. So, or their work in your style, one of the two. But and then I was trying out a few different things, trying to connect different body parts to kind of make it work. Obviously we've got a neck going into an arm, shoulder going to a leg kind of thing. Just trying out different sort of poses in order to get a good composition, sort of mixing up canvases, trying to use them in different ways, trying to use them at angles. I thought this was going to work really well, the back shot. But I thought, I needed more pictures, so I did a bit more background work, and then I took some more pictures. I went through Connor Harrington's colour palette, which helped me a little bit. So I sort of went through and kind of mixed them up and sort of wrote as to what I needed to do. I got my friend to do lots of photos, but I just wanted to kind of get a bit more because I was kind of lacking in this previous one here. So we did kind of a bit more few different styles, and I kind of really liked these, and sort of took them forward to the next step and kind of compositionally tried to put them together. Tried a few different ones, trying to get the feel for the background colors. And I ended up choosing this one here, and did a tester piece, which I wasn't too keen on. That face is jacked, but anyway. And then did some more tester pieces, just trying things out. Really quick and simple, like obviously anatomy's not right in this one, but just to kind of get the feel of it. Trying the different pieces on the medium that I would be painting it, which is obviously a canvas. So just trying a few different things. This is my plan. I had 2 different canvases of different sizes, so it was just kind of to work things out. And then that is actually the finished product right there. So I'll see if I can zoom it in for you. Actually on a canvas, I think that was on roughly about a meter this here. This is about, and I'm guessing about half a meter. I don't really see that there. So roughly about a meter long, about a meter high, roughly. Obviously not exactly, but came out really well. I think this printer actually accentuated the colors a little bit, so it wasn't as awesome as is in this picture. But no, it was cool. It was really good. And just kind of looking back on this whole book, the whole kind of thing of this book is how much I improved from sort of the last sort of my school days, just because of the techniques works and the whole thing of me having to work so much. I mean, my workload just about tripled in terms of the amount they were expecting us to do from school. So if you're wanting to increase the amount that you have to do, set yourself goals. I want an extra drawing a week for this week, or this month. I want, just increase them, because that's the only way you're going to get better, is practice and training, instruction. So yeah, no, hopefully that kind of gives you some sort of idea of what I've done. So yeah, thanks so much guys for watching. Hopefully see you soon.